Laboratory.
In diesem Generator scheint eine Fusionszelle zu sein. Holen wir sie da raus.
Ah, got it. It's all about setting up the appropriate laser beams. But I gotta remember where I can't remember where it's gonna come from. Part of me just wants to say screw it and just blow everything up in this room first.
Wir kommen hier nur mit einer Fusionszelle raus.
We need a fusion cell. Duh. I'm trying to remember where the thing comes from. I know it comes down here. Can't remember where it shoots down from now. Nah. We're going up. We're going up. Don't you hint at me. I have a feeling that there's going to be baddies littered throughout this area. I gotta remember that I can't use my freaking sword. Just another day at the office, right? I hope this isn't like one of those. All right, you want to see a normal man get really frustrated at a simple little silly puzzle like this? Here we go. Never mind. That wasn't the really hard one. That was actually pretty easy. The ones where it doesn't go in a straight line, those are the hard ones. Woo! Get some. Get some. Hi, Zero. How are you today?
What's up?
What's up?
Just eating my leftover McDonald's from last night.
Oh, man, dude, I've been thinking about food.
James Randall videos.
James Randall. Why does that name sound familiar?
We were talking about him before. He's a well, his name is Spaceboy, but he goes as Spaceboy online on a Grand Theft Auto RP thing. And he RPs as an 82-year-old man.
Oh, the old guy. Dude,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think I sent you some videos, but I don't know if you watched them or not.
I did. I did.
He's a funny guy.
I believe I did. Yeah, the old dude.
Yeah, I watch a lot of his videos.
Oh,
They're pretty fun.
That's cool. That's cool.
I usually
I don't know why I said it like that.
Watch them when I'm eating or when I want to like pass the fuck out. But so like when I say I'm watching YouTube videos, that's pretty much what I watch.
That's what you're just watching him. I mean, it'd be funny. I like that we live in a world where you can watch old dudes play video games, or you can watch people pretending to be old dudes play video games.
Right.
We truly like live in an advanced society.
Although there is the gamer grandpa. He's like a fucking old World War II sniper.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's got video of him playing fucking Helldivers. And I was like, oh my god, that probably brings back so much fucking PTSD for him. Because it's so like, I don't know. I feel like it's so realistic
Combat.
to like how we would be, how we would handle like, you know, at least to some degree, how we would handle like war on like different planets, right? Like if we were
Hmm.
able to like travel at least even on just like a galactic scale, right? Because there's like billions of
Hmm.
fucking galaxies just in our
Right.
galaxy, and
Right.
there's I mean there are billions of star systems. I'm sorry, just in our galaxy, let alone there being quadrillions of fucking galaxies, right? Um, it's just like so much. And like I feel like if we had the capabilities to do it, like Helldivers is probably how we would do it unless
Hmm.
we had like robot soldiers by then to do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I still feel like we would probably have boots, like real, like human boots on the ground too at some point.
Just for like some sort of supervision to make sure everything's going right.
Right. You got to have like a man operated squad down there in case shit goes
Hmm.
wrong. And you know, it basically to fulfill all the capabilities that like robots might not be able to do. And
Hmm.
like so I just feel like if I was like a war vet and I'd be like, oh shit, this is too close. This is too close, dude. I can't do this. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'd have like a mental break while like just playing playing fucking Helldivers.
Right.
Poots, I know you just fucking came from the litter box. Don't be like coming over here and being like, fucking be dumb enough to eat vegetables.
He's very old school, so whenever somebody brings up marijuana, he's just like, marijuana was made by the devil to see if humans are stupid enough to eat vegetables.
To eat vegetables.
Right.
You're not a real person. Attention seeking. No. It shrinks your brain. For Interscope Records? The fuck?
Back when I was a jazz producer for Interscope Records.
Baby drugs for babies. Oh, she's a little dog person. Ugh, I can't do little dog people. Can't do little dog
Gonna
people.
bomb the wigwam.
Mm. That's like a tummy. No,
Got a
thank
Supra?
you. What?
This is a Supra. We got a Supra.
A Toyota Supra?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, those cars are cool. They're so not conventional, like what so fucking ever, but they are cool as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably have a super, like if I was like a millionaire, instead of having like a Corvette or something, I'd probably have like a ridiculous
I
Supra.
fucking love Supras. Yeah.
Dude, they're so nasty. They're such fucking, they've always been just the nastiest cars.
Just over the top.
Yeah,
So far over the top.
yeah. Look how fast.
He's in first gear, just fucking flooring it because he doesn't know how to change gears.
I hear that.
Just bah, 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 bah.
He's gonna fucking blow his motor. Fucking his transmission is just gonna fucking just.
The dude reached over and put it in automatic. He's like, "Here, I'll put it in automatic if you need it."
You going so fast. Oh, in the fucking was it in the video game? That's what he's doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh Jesus. He had it in fucking manual, man.
He went around a corner and fucking stuck the ass end out just like a hair, and he's like, "Drift!" Just runs into a building. He's like, "Wow, good job."
I am. He's sucking fucking first gear still. I can like hear the car fucking.
He's like, "Where am I? Where am I?
Where am I?
I am."
I am.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I love how everybody is like stupidly fucking positive in this game. Like you do something horrible and they're like, "Oh, you did great. You're doing so good." Like he tried to jump over a fucking building and he smashed into the side of it with this dude's Supra, and he's like, "Oh, you almost made it on top."
That's fucking silly as shit. Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, no. What are you doing? Get your fucking stupid Dead Space ass looking motherfucker face out of my periph. Damn, I'm glad I have more than just those slugs. Yo, when you're down in these tunnels, you're down in these tunnels, man. The
Old Vietnam tunnels.
no, 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 not the
The old
tunnels,
tunnels of Vietnam.
not the tunnels made by the Viet Cong. when you're down in the tunnels, you don't have like a blood edge or anything. You can't when you're down in you'll get to a certain point in Stellar Blade where you can't use your sword and you can't use your scanner.
Mm.
And so all you can use is your
Oh
gun.
shit.
So it goes from like a Legend of Zelda Sekiro kind of Neo game to like fucking Dead Space like that,
Nice.
which I
Well.
I appreciate. I
Well.
wasn't there for the Dead Space years, but I am told that that game
I
is
haven't really played that game. I've heard it's really good, but
yes, same.
scary as fuck.
Yeah. I don't know if I would be able to appreciate it just because of like how old it is, because that game came out in like
Mm.
2008
It was
or
2002.
something. 2000, maybe yeah, maybe even earlier. Yeah,
Yeah, let me see.
I'm actually not quite sure.
Hey, Jigos!
Jiggles.
When was Dead Space's release date?
Dead Space's initial release date
2008,
is
yeah.
October 13th, 2008.
Damn, you had it right on.
Dude, I don't know why, but I'm like abhorrently good with that. Yeah. Like with like years and stuff. Like
Skyrim.
even at
When did it come out?
2011.
Yeah, 11, 11, 11. That's how I remember.
I just know
November
they came
11th,
out in 2011. 2011. How am I gonna do this without? What are you watching?
It's the same video. They killed James Randall, so now they're carrying him around the town trying to get him to the hospital.
Oh.
And then they stole him from the hospital. So now he's
Oh no.
like just in a car and everybody's yelling for keys because you can't drive the car that you get into without somebody giving you the keys to that car.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, I done did it now. I fucking disturbed a Natiba. It's
You
okay.
did what? James is
There's this
driving.
there's this part that where you have to solve this puzzle and it uses this laser and you have to use these little like reflector things to like change the direction of the
yeah.
beam. And but if
Very
you
Lara Croft.
yes, very much so. But if you but it's in a room full of like test tubes filled with like Natiba in it. So
Ooh.
if you
Break the
move
test
the
tube.
laser and it sits on like a test tube or like a vat or whatever for too long, it'll burst open and then you gotta kill the Natiba inside. And so what I'm trying to do is
Get extra XP.
not do that.
Oh. Open all the tubes, Mullet. Get the XP.
You know, like part of me, it's like a 50-50 split at this point. Like part of me is like, fucking do it. And then the
Do
other
it, you
part
won't
of me
have to
is,
deal with them later.
yeah, well, see, that's usually my preferred method. I like to just rip the Band-Aid off, like
Right.
as soon as possible. However, if I can get away with setting this up without having to do that, and I can just move the beam once and deal
Yeah.
with just one of
I
them,
can imagine there not being a lot of ammo down there.
I feel like that's more
You can only use
resource
your gun.
efficient. Yeah. I don't want to run out of ammunition. I think that's kind of like how it makes you, why it makes you, because otherwise, if I had my blood edge down here, I'd be like, yeah, burst them all, fucking, I'll fuck them all up. Like, I don't care. But I can't do that. Not allowed. The game says you are not allowed. You're not allowed.
You can't even counter anything?
No.
I don't know
Nope.
why I put so much emphasis on the T there.
I appreciate it.
You can't counter anything?
Can't.
I was like, damn.
You can't counter it. That's right. You can't
Can't counter.
Oh, see, and I gotta like. Let's see. Gotta move this.
He soaks his french fries in vodka. Fuck yeah!
Oh, good for him.
I just like it when he freaks out.
Oh, there
This
goes
dude's
another
like,
Natiba.
this dude is like fucking 20 years old. Or no, he's like 28 years old or some shit like that.
He like does like
And
what does he do, like
he's
voice
really
acting?
good. No, he's just an RPer. He does good voices.
An
It's
RP.
pretty funny.
Or
I feel like if he had a deeper voice, he could do Deckard Cain like all the time.
why is this not rotating? There we go. Oop. Oh, you can dodge though, by the way. You can dodge.
Did it?
You could
Just
dodge. You can
double dodge all the way through the.
you can double dodge.
Just double dodge all the way through.
That's an option. Ah, shit. There we go. Let's back it up, baby.
He just said, "Good luck," and hit a fucking. He goes into like this serious voice every once in a while, but it's still an old man voice. So he'll be talking like this, and then he'll be like, "Good luck." Fucking smash into something. Fucking projectile vomit himself out of the front of the fucking vehicle.
You know what? Let's do this. Yep, and you're dead. He sounds like fucking Whitey from fucking 8 Crazy Nights.
Get out of my way! He has this thing where he dies, and then he lets people grab his body, and then whenever he's able to talk, he's just like, "Help, help, they're kidnapping me!" When they're really just trying to help.
That's funny as shit.
Or like in the middle of them taking him to the hospital, he'll just start freaking out. Like if you ever take him to the hospital and there's a cop that crosses your path, he will yell out of the vehicle and be like, "Help, help, they're kidnapping me!"
Oh, Jesus.
It's so chaotic, but it's so great.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking great. That's wonderful. I love that. I feel like that's how I would play Grand Theft Auto in like a roleplay setting. I would do the old man fucking what's it called? Deckard Cain. I would do the Deckard Cain voice like the entire time. My favorite food, the Heartbreaker with cheese, extra cream. You look great for 82. Thank you. I can't feel my legs.
You're very spiritful and young, sir. Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm just letting you guys know.
Oh yeah, he wrapped himself in bubble tape. Or fucking bubble wrap. He called
Bubble
it
wrap
his
tape.
fucking he called it his safety suit. He's like, I think I
His
need to get rid of
safety
this thing. It
suit.
doesn't work very well.
This one is like obsessed with herself. Love it when women post their content on their Instagram content or whatever on their
hmm
dating site, and it's like you're clearly like this is like how can anybody like how can you love
It's a
anybody else when it's
pick
you're
me,
you're
right?
clearly like obsessed with yourself. Like this is you're dating, you're looking for someone to date
You're
for
looking for
you
someone to
so it can be
obsess
about
over
you.
you more than you obsess over yourself.
Correct. And that's
Right.
like not how relationships work. I mean, maybe
That's
it
not.
does. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
sometimes. I mean, you get a big enough simp.
you get a big enough simp, yeah.
Right. One of those, walk on me like I'm a rug type of deals.
Yeah.
It could happen.
I just you know. Eh.
I feel like that's, well, I can't really say. I feel like that's what I'm looking for, but I don't want a woman that just says walk all over me. I want a woman that judges my, well, not judges, but
To
understands
some of
why
them
I
that's
tell
like
them not
perceived
to
as
go to the
fair
strip
treatment,
club.
not to go to the strip club.
Right. That's what happened with my current girlfriend. She went to the strip club with her friends,
Yeah.
and it's while I was working out of town. She went to the strip club with her friends.
She didn't
Decided
tell
that she
you.
wanted to go and dance on the stage. Didn't tell me anything about it. Didn't say nothing. I found out from her friend, like the night that it happened. She was like, "Yeah, she's up on the stage dancing, having a whole bunch of fun." And I asked her, I was like, "Is she stripping or just dancing?" And she was like, "Oh, she was just dancing." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool. That's fine. Whatever. I don't mind that." But then her friend went to one of the back rooms because her friend doesn't like strip clubs. She doesn't like being in strip clubs. And apparently someone got her to dance, like to take off her clothes while she was there.
Yeah, that's not cool.
And I was like, "Yeah, no, we're gonna have a talk about that."
So that's not cool.
I was like, "Yeah, no, we're gonna have a talk about that." It's like I don't care if you go out and have fun, but that is just completely unacceptable. I will not accept that. And if you do that, then no offense, but I don't want that. I want somebody that nobody else has seen. I don't want somebody that everybody has seen.
Right.
Like I'm not looking for a handout by dating a fucking stripper or anything like that. She's like, "It was just the one time and I was just trying to have fun." I was like, "You can have fun without stripping at a strip club. You can definitely have fun at a strip club without stripping." And on top of that, for a girl that says that she's not into women, why the fuck did you go to the strip club in the first place?
Right.
So, I told her how I felt about it. I told her what I wanted from her. She told me what she wanted. And we're kind of on a break right now, so.
Good. That's actually healthy, regardless of whether or not it works out. That's what you should do.
Right. I'm tired of fucking around and
Finding out.
finding out the hard way. Yeah.
Here, here. Here, here. That's why, dude, sometimes even on like dating sites, like sometimes it's like you gotta be. It's not you specifically, but generally, I feel like you have to be, generally speaking, kind of wary sometimes about like certain women, even if you like them, right? Because like obviously, if you're attracted to them, there's certain things you're gonna be willing to like brush aside that you wouldn't like
Yeah.
let anybody else get away otherwise, right? I mean, and I think there's like
Right.
a certain balance to that I think makes like for a healthy relationship, because you know, in a lasting relationship, you're willing to do things that you wouldn't normally otherwise wouldn't do for anybody else, right?
Yeah.
Um, to a degree, right? And I think some women
Mm.
tend to drag that out a little bit. Yeah, they're just like,
Yeah.
oh, well, you don't love me if you don't, you know, buy me a new car or something. You know what I mean? They try to
Right.
like really, and then like they just basically use the threat like, oh, well, if you're not going to do it, I'll find somebody who will. And it's just
Have fun.
like it's so transactional. And then, but then
Mhm.
it's like you're not allowed to do like fucking anything.
Right. But no, I told her, you know, she can do whatever she wants until she's ready to actually commit to like a relationship.
I don't know. I just like
And then I was
wouldn't
talking to
go.
her friend, and her friend was asking me to go get the shit from her house last night. You remember that?
Yeah.
I
What
was
shit?
talking to her friend, and I called her friend like hun, like I fucking say that to everybody. Well,
Yeah.
females.
Yeah.
I say that to all the females I talk to. It's like,
That's like
okay,
a
hun, yeah,
northeastern.
cool,
That's like a,
blah
or
blah
I'm
blah.
sorry, that's a mid-Atlantic
Right,
thing.
right. And then apparently she saw me call her hun, and she messaged me and was like, what do you have feelings for Morgan now? And I was like, what does it fucking matter? If you're gonna go and fucking dance on stage and you want to do your fucking thing and you want to be single and do that, what the fuck does it matter, right?
Right.
And she was like, oh well. I was like, we're just friends. I just called her hun. That's all it is. Don't be jealous over something so fucking stupid. I say it to everybody. She knows I say it to everybody. She's seen me say it to everybody. But I guess she's just looking for. She might be. I don't know. I don't know what's going through her head, but she might be looking for something to just be mad about. I don't know.
Yeah,
Or maybe I'm the
sometimes it's that.
asshole and.
I mean, no. No. Like if I was dating a girl and she was like, "Oh yeah, I got up on stage and got like fucking naked at a
Right.
strip
I
club,"
almost fucking.
I'd be like,
I almost broke up with her right there.
I'd
I
be
was like, no, I'm
like,
good.
nah. You want to know what's a? I started dating this one girl one time, and she it's not the same. Actually, I did date a girl who eventually like told me that she was a stripper, and I was like, nah, pass. Because it's just riddled with unless you're like in that world, right? Like you like work in a
I've
strip
dated
club,
strippers
or
before,
you're like
but
a drug dealer
I don't
or
really like it. Yeah.
something. You know what I mean? Like you live in
Mhm.
that because that's like a world, right? That nightlife.
Yeah.
Clubs are the same way. Not
I
strip
don't
clubs
even like
necessarily, but
going to
like
strip
nightclubs.
clubs.
Um, my what is that? That's like a whole thing. And unless you're involved in that type of life, it's really hard to date somebody who like lives that kind of life. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but like they have to have like a certain degree of like discipline and restraint. And if they just kind of
Right.
like give into like a lot of like the debauchery that is involved with that bullshit, then like
Mhm.
it's gonna cause problems in the relationship. This one girl was telling me like we started dating. She's like, I just want to let you know, like I have this guy that I talk to regularly. He's like an older guy, and we're like cool and stuff, but like blah blah. Blah. And I was like, what the fuck are you saying? And she's like, he's like he like gives me money. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like totally
So you
like
have
not
a
comfortable with
fucking.
it. It's like basically like a sugar daddy on the side, and I
Mm.
was like, no, I'm not doing this. I
I
was
have
like,
this
pass.
guy that gives me money.
Like I get that everybody has their own like means of like surviving and stuff and all that, but like No, you can't. You can't ask somebody to like be in a quote unquote stable relationship while you're like fucking some dude for money on the side. Like what? Like
I
what
mean,
is
it's
it?
different if she's fucking him. If she's just doing like stupid shit to get money.
I don't know. I don't. I also
But if she's
dated a
like
girl
fucking
who.
him, no, that's like.
I
No.
also was dated a girl who was apparently like fucking her old boss to live in his second house, which was like a mansion. And
I
that was
dated a
going on.
girl that literally told me to my face that I was going to let her have sex with whoever she wanted to, and I said, no, that's not gonna work out.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
Okay.
That's not how that works.
Yeah.
Like, if we are in a relationship, it is me and you, and we talk about other people. But until that talk has happened, no, that is not gonna happen. Like,
Right. Right. That's ridiculous, dude. Like the demands of some
and
of
she
these
was
fucking
like,
women
no,
are
you're
ridiculous.
gonna let me sleep with whoever I want to, and even if you say no, I'm gonna do it myself. And I was like, all your shit's gonna be on the lawn when you come home.
Yep.
All of it.
Yeah.
I'll even
I
throw your
don't.
fucking toothbrush outside. I
I don't put up.
You are
Dude,
not
and that's the thing
coming
is like
back in my house after that.
I don't put up with that shit like at all in like those kinds of relationships because like it's just it never leads to anything good, and then you just like
Well, she
constantly
just
like
had the
wonder.
balls to sit there and be like, "You're really gonna kick me out of your house for that?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I am."
You're not gonna fuck other people while we're dating and you're staying in my house. Go
You're
fuck
not
yourself.
gonna call this exclusive
What?
relationship
Like,
and
who
then
do
go
you
and
think
fuck
you
everybody else
are?
that you want to. Like, that
Fucking
was probably like
yeah. No.
the worst that I've ever had. Well, no, I guess not the worst. One of them did try to stab me. Oh no, it's the same one. Oh yeah.
And then they wonder why we have such unrealistic
She
expectations.
She tried to fucking.
She tried to stab you?
She tried to get back together with me, right? And she's like, "I'm sorry, you know, I know how fucked up it was, but I'm better now. I want to get back together." And as a sign of saying I'm sorry, I want you to come over. So I came over, and she got on
What?
top and started doing all this stupid shit. And then she fucking pulled a steak knife out of her fucking hair. Like, how did you even get a steak knife in your hair in the first place? How did you pull it out of your hair without getting it stuck on all of your fucking hair? And, like, cutting your fucking hair? I don't know how the fuck she did that. But she pulled a fucking steak knife out of her fucking ponytail. Like, bun ponytail, whatever she had back there. And tried to fucking stab me in the chest with it. Like, full on, two-handed, overhand, down at me. And I used my legs to kick my hips upwards, and
Yeah.
I fucking grabbed her wrists. So she hit her head off the fucking wall that was above me. Or
And she
behind
probably
me.
started crying.
And I fucking punched her. That is the only time I've ever punched a woman, and I punched her as hard as I fucking could, right in the goddamn
Yeah,
face.
if you attack me, I will
Pow!
react.
And fucking,
That's just what it is.
she fucking went across
I
the
don't-
room,
I don't
fucking fell off
want
the
that,
dresser,
and I don't
broke
like that.
Broke the mirror.
And I
Broke
will
the mirror over the dresser, fucking
Jesus Christ.
hit the ground. I had the steak knife in my hand, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking stab you. I threw it at the wall.
Damn.
Called the cops. I put my clothes on. I fucking she got knocked.
Called the
fuck out,
cops,
dude.
put my
It was-
clothes on.
Right.
Jesus.
I was like, I was still on the phone with the fucking dispatcher when they showed up,
Yeah.
and they drew guns on me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the woman was knocked out.
Because they always assume that it's the
Yeah.
guy causing problems.
They always assume
right?
that I'm the fucking bad guy. And I was like, look, I'm ex-military. Everything is fine. She's taking a nap right now because she tried to stab me with a fucking knife.
I don't
And they
know
were
why.
like, did you kill her? And I was like, no, she's just knocked the fuck out. And they were like, all right, well, we're going to need proof. And I held the phone out to them. Like, I put it on speakerphone, and I was like, all right, who are you? And they're like, well, this is 911 dispatch for fucking Jones County. And I was like, they were like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I get it. You can't take chances like that, but if I'm the only one awake, I'm probably the one that has 911 on the phone.
Yeah.
So they put her in handcuffs before she even fucking woke up.
Well.
Put her in
Oh,
handcuffs.
I
They
remember.
sat her up
Yeah.
against the
Fuck. I
wall,
remember.
leaned her up
You
against the
told me
wall,
about
and
that
then
before. That's fucking crazy.
waited for her to wake up. And then she did the whole sob story. Oh, he beat me.
And see, here's the thing: is like that woman needs like serious fucking mental evaluation and help, right?
She went directly to that.
Like but there's like so many people who operate like that don't fucking they don't think anything's wrong with that. Like they think that psychiatry and like psychological evaluation and stuff like that is for like really demented crazy people, right? Because they don't think that
realize
they
that they're
don't
really
think
demented.
yeah, they're the people who need the most help because they're the ones that aren't crazy enough to like be thrown into like a cell or something, but they're also like crazy enough to really like create like a lot of
Fucking
chaos
steak knife, dude.
in their lives and
It's
in
just
the lives
disrespectful.
of like the people around them. Yeah, and yeah, that can eventually lead to like dangerous behavior, and that can lead to like self-harm or harming other people. And it's like the people who like, dude, and it's
I'm
not
just
even
glad
like
it was me and not some other fucking like dude that didn't know.
it's like that in like even like I mean I feel like it's almost like worse in like people who come from like wealthy families. I don't know why, dude. Every fucking girl I've ever dated who's been like wealthy, who's come from like a wealthy family, has like cut or like is into like some sort of like fucking into some sort of like some sort of type of like bondage esque like sex stuff like in the bedroom. And it's just like, dude, like what the fuck is like what are you like who are your parents raising? Like who the fuck are these people to where they're spitting out this like truly like delusional and like dissociated person that like is like just goes through their life and just makes like chaos out of like everyone else. And I'm not saying that like men can't do this, because men certainly do this. It's just a different flavor of it, right? Like there's definitely like I've met some men who were relatively unstable who I'm like, oh, you should probably be like in jail or something. like you're just like, I don't know, you're just something about you is just off.
I feel like that goes hand in hand.
But like men are more prone to like being violent versus like women get away with it easier because it's more like mental and emotional manipulation than it is like acts of like violence or like aggression, because that stuff can be like very like obviously identified. Like it's very obvious to tell when like a guy is being aggressive or like, you know, whatever. But like when women like they do it in a way that keeps them under the radar. And I don't know how it's just like, I think it's just like their position and it's like their strength. It's like their predatorial strength and survival, you know what I mean?
Right.
Whereas like men are like strong physically, most men. Like women can be like can move through the move through the crowd, you know?
Yeah, women are like cameramen during a gunfight. Nobody shoots the camera guy. Right.
Right.
And when they do, it was because the camera guy pulled a gun.
You have to talk to Alec Baldwin about that. Oh man, that situation is so fucked up. All like the whole
that was
bit.
Wild. Like, how do you not check the weapon before you use it?
I don't know. Like, why do they just use prop guns?
Yeah, pull the fucking.
Just use prop guns. Just use prop guns.
Remove the firing pin.
Make them.
That's all you need to do.
Make them. You know, unless
if they had a real. Because they said that they had a weapons expert on set.
Yeah.
If you have a weapons expert on set, that gun would have never fucking went off.
Somebody did not do their job.
All you have to do is put a blank in it or pull the firing pin. If you pull the firing pin, it will not shoot. It's as simple as that. It just won't. It won't. It can't. Because there's nothing to hit the primer for the bullet.
Well, the thing of it is like, why the fuck did you bring live rounds onto a studio set with all the fucking shootings that happen and stuff? Don't you think that would be some sort of regulatory condition, like to bringing a real gun
no
on a
live
set?
ammo on set. Yeah.
Right. So
I can
like,
see why they would do live ammo for like pictures and shit like that. Like to view them loading the weapon, you want to see a live round go into the weapon. Cool. But as soon as you're done with that, take it out.
Yep.
Like that's well, we want it to be as realistic as possible. So use a dummy round, first of all, which is a live round with no primer, so none of the black powder is going to go
that's the
off.
thing. That's the thing that I'm kind of like. I feel like you either go to specific places or you buy a specific package of rounds for blank rounds, or like you have to get them from a specific place. I don't really know how all that works.
Props department.
But right.
department
I would
usually
think that
makes
if
most
you're
of that
getting
shit.
like blank, if like you're in Hollywood or whatever, or like you're doing a movie for Hollywood and you have access to like
Right.
prop
You would hope
firearms
that the
and
prop
stuff
guy
like that.
doesn't fucking bring a live round into the.
Right. Why the fuck would you bring live, like real fucking bullets ever onto a set when you're never going to need them? Right. Because you could just load blanks. Like if you wanted to like have like footage of somebody loading up a gun, wouldn't you just load up blanks? Like, would you even be able to see the fact that I don't know what blanks actually like look like, but I figured there's probably ways that you can
Blanks
like
don't have a bullet in them. It's just like a wad of paper.
a wad of
Like where the
paper.
bullet would sit.
Yeah.
But it still has the black powder, the primer, everything in it to make it boom. It shoots a piece of paper, which can still damage somebody, but it's not as likely to damage somebody as
it's like a
actual
piece of paper.
fucking bullet.
Probably a lot of it would probably incinerate from the blast.
But live rounds, obviously, they have a bullet in there, black powder, the primer, everything. And then blank rounds usually have, in place of the bullet, is the wadded up paper. So they would want something that looks like it has a bullet in the end of it. So that's why they use live rounds. But there's also things where you can just drill out the fucking primer round and have it so like that. Because nobody sees the fucking primer when you're loading it into the weapon anyway. Because it's caught by the charging handle.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's sorry. He ran into the back of a fucking tow truck. And the horn was that fucking the death medley.
The death medley.
Yeah, here. Like he starts up this charger and he fucking flips off the guy and fucking. Because whenever he dies in the vehicle,
oh yeah, okay,
he just
I got
sits there
you.
And holds the horn.
That
He just holds the horn.
Yeah.
And it fucking.
Think that the fucking the Undertaker theme, basically. I can't remember what that is initially called. I have to like look that up. But I'm dead spacing right now in Stellar Blade. Oh shit! Woo! I think it's really weird that there's this like alien, and it has like sacks of like exploding corpses in body bags hanging from its loins area. Yeah. The good thing is that you never have to reload your gun. Oh, did I get them all? Did I do it? I think I did it.
Funeral song?
That was so much more difficult the first time around. I like died like 3 or 4 times in this part. I don't know.
Chopin's? Is it Chopin?
Oh, I don't know.
Spelled Chopin?
What's it called? Like the Death March or something like that?
Funeral
Dun,
March?
dun, dun. Funeral March, maybe. Dun, 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 dun. Can you imagine having that
There it
actually
is, yeah.
played at your
It's
funeral?
called March Funebre. March de Funebre.
Bless you.
Funeral March by
Bless you.
Chopin.
There it is. Can you imagine having that literally played at your
Dude, that would be fucking sick.
it's so like bleak sounding. Dun, dun,
I'm sure
dun,
it gets worse.
dun, 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 dun. Maybe it gets better. Maybe it gets to major. It's like the death, but then the resurrection. You know how music is closely tied
The
with
left hand on the
religion.
piano was literally just 2 chords the entire time.
Yes. There it is. There it is. The resurrection. See? There it is. It speaks. It's a representation of the cycle of life. But it starts with death and ends with life. That's some crazy shit. I. No. Get out of here. Chopin made some good stuff.
Let me just download his SoundCloud real quick.
Download his entire catalog, bro.
Right.
In like the Shake of a Lamb's Tail in our futuristic society. Oh yeah.
Because
No,
there's
I
not a
just
lot that goes into their music. It's literally just piano, so it wouldn't take that long to download it.
No, it's not a very complex. You know, you're only dealing with like a set frequency range. It's a wide frequency range because piano's got 88 keys, but it's not like it's only gonna ever be one tone,
If there was a video with it, the video
one
would
set
take
of
longer
tones.
to download than the sound.
Yes, I know that because when I bounce all of my Pro Tools sessions down to like a WAV file, which is like I don't know if you know what a WAV file. It's like an audio file. It's
Yeah.
like a probably the closest the audio file that like is processed closest to like the source, I guess, is what it means. So like like MP3s, especially back in the day, used to kind of like sound like shitty. It was like they wouldn't sound like the audio quality would kind of not be as good or like whatever.
Right.
Waves are waveforms. Waves are kind of like the purest form of like those types of files. And so when I bounce those, it's not depending on the length of the track, but the
I took some videos
complexity
with
of
my
it
phone, and they were way
and how much compression is being used even.
Mhm.
So like I use compression in pretty much like all of my tracks. And not all of them, depends. Uh and like that stuff, that kind of like data and information is also like imprinted like within the file. So like I'll have like one song will be like 60 to 70 megabytes, which I don't know if that's
not bad.
that's huge. That's huge for an audio file. Like a Apple
Okay,
lossless
yeah, for an audio file, I
for
guess,
a
yeah.
for a stereo audio file. Like imagine if every one of your songs, like if you had like a collection of songs on your phone and each song was like 60 to 70 megabytes a piece. You'd probably be able to keep like 50 to 100 songs on your phone before it filled up. Depending on how big it is. So it's got a lot of information. So like when I like send it to people, I have to like kind of like file that down a little bit, scale that down data wise without like losing any of the audio quality. fight Poots. The wave file is the most workable too. Like that's why I don't bounce it down to like a Apple lossless file or anything like that. I want to give them like the purest, the 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 file that's like the closest thing to the source, so that they can take it, and if they want to turn it into an MP3, they can do that. If they want to, they could do fucking do whatever with it. Yeah.
He's still playing the same song. I've never heard any of this part.
What's that? Oh, the funeral stuff, the funeral march.
The
Some of
funeral
those things are
march,
like
yeah.
so much longer than they often like appear in.
Wir brauchen einen Sicherheitscode.
Yeah, this
Well, it's
is
just like songs nowadays that, they have a catchy part of the song. They only play that part of the song and they don't play the rest of it until you actually look up the full song, and then you hear it and you're like, holy shit, this song sucks. But it's just the one part that's catchy that makes it good.
yeah, and then it kind of like trails off, right? Like it's
Right.
almost like how like the idea was like to like be like the hook, right? The best part in the beginning, and then you listen to the rest. Not all pieces are like that, I would say. But some pieces are. Moonlight Sonata Moonlight Sonata is pretty good all the way through. Claire de la Lune, I think, sometimes trails off, but the first part of that is like really good.
Such dir einen anderen Weg.
I used to know how to play Moonlight Sonata on my acoustic.
Boo doo 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 doo. That was like one of the first songs I learned how to play on piano. I don't even think I play it correctly,
Hmm.
but it sounds like it. Like it sounds like it.
Gib den Code mal.
You know, I have it. I have this set to German, which I thought it would be, and I just realized that like German's not really like entertaining unless it's like hilariously and ignorantly characterized. Otherwise, it just sounds
No,
like
'cause
another.
just a normal voice
It's
speaking
just-
German is like, okay, whatever.
Oh, this guy's German. Cool. But it's not like it's nine. Like
You're right.
or like everyone
That's
doesn't
why I was like, oh.
doesn't sound like
I
a
don't
very
know, man.
like a very impatient like mad laboratory scientist, right?
Right.
I am working
Sprechen
on
Sie Deutsch? No, sprechen Sie Deutsch. Sprechen Sie German.
right. No, and then there's kind of like talking German, and it's very casual. Oh man, this fucking part. I got lucky on this fucking part. I definitely got fucked up.
Wind macht es schwer.
That's cool as fuck. I like how it goes back to the actual funeral march backwards. So it starts really dark, and then it gets like happy and bright, and blah blah blah, and great, and it goes right back. It's like fucking 8 minutes. Yeah, it's like 9 minutes of music, but it starts out really dark and gloomy, and then it gets into like this
Brighter.
like new life running through a cornfield, kind of blah blah blah, cool, and then you fall and trip in a hole in the cornfield and drown yourself to death because it's a ditch. Like,
Oh,
damn.
Damn. Should have been paying attention, not thinking about death and life and all that bullshit. Stop smelling the
Life's too fucking
roses.
short to worry about it.
Oh, is that the idea? Life is too short to worry about it.
Mm.
It's like it's good. Like by the time you've realized it, you're dead, or
By
you're
the
like,
time you figure it out, you're already dead. Yeah.
yeah, ugh, true. Strike true, Peter. Strike true. Um,
Apparently, Chopin's funeral march inspired Michael Giacchino in the Batman 2022 theme, and John Williams' Imperial March, Darth Vader's theme.
that makes sense. I hear that. I hear that in both. Imperial March is just faster though. It's made to sound more like militant and less like sluggish, I guess.
My parents, it's just a cough. My doctor, it's just a cold. Google brings me to this song. This man just hits on another different level. It's like it goes from sadness to anger, then slowly down to sadness again, and then acceptance. Imagine Chopin getting out of his casket to play this at his own funeral.
That was close. If you'll excuse me, and then he like sits down.
LMAO, play this at my funeral. Chopin.
He's like playing it and he's yelling out. He's like, I'm the only one that can do it right.
The only one that knows how to do it right, fuckers.
Why would I have somebody else play my own music at my own funeral?
Most people are only familiar with a few measures of the peach, which is of this piece, which is a shame because the entire piece is incredibly beautiful. It really captures the feelings of a person that's gone through and what goes through when someone passes. Sadness that you will miss them, and the joy of wonderful memories with them.
Well, now I'm
I
sad.
clicked it not knowing it was 9 minutes long. It was worth every second.
It was 9 minutes long. That's crazy.
Yeah. I clicked it not knowing it.
I guess that's why they call it a march, right? Like, it's got to be long.
Right.
It's got to be long if you're doing like a lot of like
It's supposed
marching.
to be when they're. It's supposed to be like
shit.
when they're bringing the casket down the aisle.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Kind of like in a wedding, how the wedding march is like there.
I feel like people
As
stop
the-
doing
the
it because
bride
it's
is
like
going down.
it's like real stereotypical now.
Right.
To like do like, can you imagine like somebody playing that at your funeral, or at their funeral? I mean, somebody, yeah,
Fucking sick.
right.
As
Like,
long as it's a live thing and not like over a fucking radio.
but what if
you
it
didn't
was
really
for
care
like,
enough to fucking like get a live person to do it, but you
Okay.
cared enough for like just to play it on like a CD.
think of it this way: you have a wife who you love very much, and she's very nice and bubbly, right? And then she dies, and then somebody else goes and makes the decision to play that at the march as her casket's being carried down the aisle.
Right.
How does that
That's
make
just
you feel?
disrespectful.
Right.
It's just fucking disrespectful.
You're just kind of like, this song? Really? Why? Even though it's literally made for that.
hmm Oh, Ozzy Osbourne singing about crack cocaine. How original.
Why is that something that's news?
That's a
That's
thing,
not
man.
even like news. Like that, like,
Steve Stevens, Ozzy Osbourne, and Billy Morrison all singing crack cocaine.
it's all singing crack cocaine. Does
It's
Ozzy
an actual
Osbourne
song.
still sing? Do you think he really like sung that? Or were they like, I don't know, just make like yells into the mic and we'll try to like, we'll just pitch
I don't know
it.
who's keeping Ozzy alive, but thank you.
We'll just auto tune it.
It's the first comment. The first comment on the video. I don't know who's keeping Ozzy alive, but thank you.
All right, that's good, Ozzy. I think we got enough for the day. You go home. Don't forget your pudding on the
When did
way
this
out.
come out? This was uploaded a month ago, and it has almost 3 million views and 100,000 likes.
And that's no disrespect towards Ozzy Osbourne. I just hate when they
This was made this year.
Yeah.
This was made in 2024.
Yeah. I just hate when they like wheel out like very old celebrities into like doing stuff while they're kind of like in their like sunsetting age. And I'm just like, dude, just let them be.
Holy shit, Ozzy Osbourne's old as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Holy
He's
fuck.
old, man. He's old. He's kicking it.
He is still alive though. It must be all that formaldehyde.
Something, I don't know.
Oh shit, he sounds the same that he did like a long time ago.
Yeah.
I blame preservatives. It's gotta be. He's gotta be some sort of fucking immortal vampire or some shit from eating all them damn bats.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not software technology doing that. Definitely not software technology.
They wouldn't disrespect Ozzy like that. Really.
And that's not a knock at like Ozzy. Like Ozzy was fucking Ozzy. The way he sings is the way he sings, and it just happened to just work for like what Black Sabbath and whatnot did. But like, I mean, like I don't know. Like he's like what 80 something.
It's fucking old.
I don't know. My dad's almost 80, and he could probably.
You go.
He could probably.
How old is Ozzy Osbourne?
He could still get around pretty well.
75.
Oh, he's 75. He's younger than my dad. He's all right. He's fine. 75 is the new 55.
Shit, Steven Tyler's 76.
Yeah, that dude's old. All those dudes from like the 70s,
Richards
60s, and 70s
80.
and shit. Yeah, Keith Richards has been like 80 years old.
Dude,
for like.
Kelly Osbourne and fucking Amy Osbourne are 40.
Yeah.
So his daughters are older than I am.
Whoa, shit. Ah, fuck. I hate when this happens. Oh, this guy has lots of fucking health. Damn, that was rude. That was rude. So rude. Ah, shit. I'm out of stuff. Oop. Oh, shit. Hold on. Hold on a second.
I have heard this song before, but I thought it was like an older Ozzy song. I love how Ozzy is not singing about a woman. Ozzy is singing about making music. Of course, Spotify would hit me with the fucking ad.
Yo, I just had this like crazy moment. This is so like I think my house the house next door is being sold.
Yeah.
And this dude just fucking like shows up at my house, and he's like, "Yeah, what's going on? I'm Nate," and I'm like, "Blah blah blah," and I'm like, "What? What's happening?"
Cool.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I guess he's like helping with the sale of the house, next door, and he's like, it's 1928, and I was like, oh no, 1928's next door, and I was like, holy fuck, like what the fuck is going on? Like, is nobody told me
But it's
anybody was
1928,
selling
right? No, it ain't
anything.
1928, motherfucker. It's 2024.
Oh no. 1928 is my next door neighbor's house.
Yeah, yeah. I would have told him it's 2024.
No,
I'd
this
be
is
like, no, motherfucker,
2024.
it's 2024.
Oh man, I gotta like.
Damn, that's wild. Did he just like walk in your house?
Oh, he almost did, and I was just like, I just shook the dude's hand, like I didn't even fucking know. Like he just like opened up the door and like started to like kind of like push his way in, and I was like, who the fuck is this motherfucker like pushing his way in my house? And I was like, I don't know. He had like a truck that was like a paddy wagon, and he like parked it out front of my house, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, is this like a I don't know, like I just like questioned like the boundaries of my reality for a second, and then to where it was just like it's just the dude,
That man could've
the dude
sold
who's
you
selling
water.
the house next door. He probably looked at me and like saw this like my eyes glaze over for a second because I'm like shaking his hand and I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, it's 1920, and I'm like, dude, I have house numbers on my mailbox. They're not like super visible, but they're there. Like when you want to check my address in front of my
Yeah,
house,
that's how I found your house. Was
you
the
can
fucking
see the
numbers on there.
numbers below my mailbox, and I have it like that on purpose. So
He probably just looked at his GPS and didn't double check.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's just like a dum. I don't know. That was fucking
Either
weird
that or
though.
it's one of those setups to break up in your.
And I don't even like. It's nothing that the dude like. He just like had the wrong house, but like was so confident it was the right house. And I was like, nah, I don't think this is the right. I don't think you got the right place, bro. I don't think you're in the right place. I don't think
But now he's gonna say, "Hey, I met the neighbor." He's a
like
nice
he
guy."
was just so sure that it was that I was the guy. And then it was like, oh. And I was like, oh, fuck. Just like, I would have been so fucking embarrassed. I would have been like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. I would have felt like a fucking idiot. I don't know how people, like, I just don't have the ability to, like, shake off, like, things that I do
Probably
that are dumb.
happens all the time. Probably
Yeah.
happens.
Oh, yeah. You know, I mean, for me, it's like, I don't really, I don't know. Like, I was just like, so, it's
Then
like,
again,
oh,
sales reps are just,
yeah, good sales reps are entirely
just don't
self-aware.
filter.
Yeah,
Right.
to some degree
They're like,
or
"Oh,
another.
mistake. It could be fixed."
Yep, nope, I got it. Not a mistake. Not a mistake. Yeah, my manager at Guitar Center was like that. He's very good at shrugging off like mistakes or like not being correct. Oh, fuckers. Oh, motherfucker. I can't shoot him if you're dropping bodies. Oh, this fucking the big bubbly things. Get one. I get one. Maybe I can get two. Let me get two. Yeah. Ah, shit. Get the other one. Get the other one. Ooh. Get it. Get it. Waste that motherfucker. I keep hitting square in an attempt to reload, but you don't need to like reload these guns.
Oh, you're trying to fucking attack people.
Huh?
You try to attack people
Yeah.
like your character does. Realizes it doesn't have a weapon, so it's like, fuck. Shit.
That's 1, 2, 3. Ah, fuck. Always running out. close. I'm close. I need fucking ammunition. This is the only thing that I was kind of like leery about when I got a gun in this game. I'm like, what's the ammo situation gonna be if I have like, Jesus, I just got beat the hell up. What's the situation gonna be like if I have like, if I like run out of ammo and I'm like in a boss fight? Are they gonna like be like, oh, looks like you need to be better at reserving your ammo, or is it gonna be like, got him?
I need more lead to throw at the enemies. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Sieh mal, ein Hyper.
Blue, 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 blue. This is the hyper. I think it's a hypercell. Some,
Der Erhaltungszustand der
yeah,
Zelle ist gut.
Okay,
it's good.
lass uns vorsichtig sein.
Nice.
Du solltest zurückkehren. Ich werde dich mit dem Tetrapod...
That was the best part. Everything else has been. I'm gonna switch it back to Korean, or maybe I'll go to English. English.
Was ist das?
Ein Gerät mit Aufzeichnungen vom
I'd like to be linguistically fluid. Whatever the fuck that means.
Was hat ein Landetrupp so weit draußen zu suchen?
Alright, I gotta
Vielleicht
go.
wussten sie etwas
I'll be
über
right
den
back.
Alpha. Oder
Okay, I have to
Friend's
leave
got a
in
flat
probably.
tire, so I'm gonna,
Oh, right on.
I'm
Yeah, I gotta
run
go to
around.
band practice in like a half hour or so. So, alright, but I'll be back on when
Okay,
I'm
I won't be back.
after
I won't be
6.
back.
Tag 8 nach dem
Well,
Word.
I won't be back by the time you leave, so.
Well, if I don't get back before the time that you leave, by the time that you get back before I leave, know that I've gotten back before you left, and after that you've left, before I've
Right.
gotten back. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, but we did it. Alright, Mullet, I'll see you later.
Alright, later, dude.
Offenbar wurden hier Nativas erforscht, aber wegen der Kontamination ist es schwierig, Informationen zu erhalten. Jedoch stieß ich beim Durchsuchen der Daten auf einen erstaunlichen Fakt. Vor dem Krieg, den wir den letzten Krieg nennen, war ein weiterer Krieg. Ein Krieg, der zwischen der Menschheit und den selbst erschaffenen Androiden entbrannte. Den sogenannten Androides. Die Menschen verloren ihn gegen ihre eigene Schöpfung. Die Überlebenden versteckten sich in Untergrundanlagen, doch die Schlacht war nicht vorbei. Aber dann änderte ein unerwartetes Ereignis den Kriegsverlauf. Als die Menschheit fast ausgerottet war, erschienen aus dem Nichts mächtige Wesen unbekannter Herkunft. Es waren die
Appeared out of
Natives.
nowhere.
Der Krieg mit den Natives führte zur Zerstörung der
Brought about the destruction
So
of the
gelang es der
androids.
Menschheit letztendlich Zuflucht in der Kolonie zu finden.
I guess I'll wait and I'll just leave early and grab something.
Ursprung der Nativas.
Spunkin.
Ich hoffe, dass ich damit den Nativa-Ältesten ausfindig machen kann. Wer auch immer dies ansehen wird. Ich hoffe, Mother Sphere wird dich segnen. Dass es so eine Aufzeichnung wirklich
I didn't think a record like this existed.
es gab schon einen
Record.
vor dem letzten Krieg. Von so etwas habe ich noch nie in der Kolonie gehört.
I didn't think a record like this existed.
Die Geschichte der
It's an
Menschheit
interesting,
vor dem
like,
Kriege. Wen wundert's da, dass es vor dem letzten Krieg
I guess,
noch
like,
andere Kriege gab?
response.
Dennoch, irgendwie seltsam, dass das nicht überliefert wurde. Ich nehme das Vermächtnis mit und breche auf.
The legacy. Go back. Wait a
Ich hol
minute.
dich mit dem Tetrapod ab.
Okay, ich warte hier.
Oh, snap. The light of hope. I gotta do a bunch of talking. Nuts. Well, I'll talk to you
Sag
first.
Bescheid, wenn du etwas brauchst. Wie kann ich dir helfen?
How can I assist you? Ah, the weapon core. And
Großartig.
you did great.
Gehen wir an Bord.
Let's go back to Xi'an real quick. I like that his spaceship like works, like fits perfectly on that platform, sort of. He kind of missed right here. I see. Yeah, you kind of missed a little bit, but that's okay. That's fine. Not a big deal. I'm gonna save and call it so I can get ready for band practice. Yes. That will be